Theta?
No.
Nobody's excited for school tomorrow.
No.
We've been there for 2 weeks and everybody's over it.
Yeah.
I just, I'm getting tired of school because the days feel like they get longer and longer.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You got quite a few years to go. Yeah.
Yeah, she's lucky because she gets to start earlier than us, she gets to start school later than us, but also gets to end school earlier than us. So it's not fair because she only gets 6 hours of school. We get 7.
Yeah, well, per homeschool guidelines when we were doing that, she doesn't have to have the same amount of hours as you do. You have to have more hours in school than she does.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Uh-huh.
It's still not fair, though. She can't just, It's not fair, Mom.
Okay. I'm just telling you why it is that way. So I have a house full of sick kids. Addie and Theta are not feeling well at all. So we're going to try.
Mom's making me take care of them.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
You're doing that by choice.
Still. Even if I didn't, you would still make me take care of them.
No, but
yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna make this kind of short and sweet today, so everybody can go in and take a nap. Yeah. So welcome to Bacon Feet. I'm Mom.
I'm Addie.
Kaya.
Theta.
And last night we watched The Village. And
I was bored out of my mind.
Were you? Did anybody pay attention except for me?
I did.
I did.
I wrote notes.
Did you?
Took notes.
I did too.
So, Kaya, you're kind of quiet on the last podcast, and you're the only one that's feeling well, aside from me. So why don't you give us a synopsis of what The Village was about?
Okay, so I didn't write all the characters like I did last time, but I did take notes. The creatures, which Mom won't let me be for Halloween, because she doesn't have the budget to do that right now, because she has to go to San Francisco, which she's not taking me, and I'm kind of mad. Anyways, the creatures, they're not real, but they're attracted to the color red. That's why they wear red cloaks. And for some reason, they have porcupine things coming out of their backs. And it's weird. And then this old lady, Ivy, isn't it Ivy's mom or something? Her sister didn't live past 23 or something. And then her 23rd birthday. And then she was raped and killed by a group of men in the town that they used to live in. For some reason, I don't know why, they moved to a village.
Do you want me to jump in?
Yes.
Okay, so you start the movie off with these people kind of living in an old-timey village, right?
Yes.
They doesn't look like they have electricity. They don't have a dishwasher or anything like that, right? They all have like a big basin for a sink, and they all have community dinners a lot and things like that. It just seems kind of old-timey. And there's these monsters that are kind of keeping everybody in check. So if somebody tries to leave the village, the monsters will come and what do they do to their doors?
They spray paint them.
They painted it red, yeah. Yep, because red's the bad color. So nobody's allowed to wear red. Nobody's allowed to pick red berries, things like that.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, one of the characters, Ivy, I'm pretty sure she's the main character here in the story. She's blind, but she can see people's auras, which I have no clue how that works. Anyway, and she also can hear really well. And while they were dancing in one scene, they were dancing at her sister's wedding, and she heard this these kids screaming because they saw a red monster. And the creatures.
Yeah. It had a pretty good cast. We had Sigourney Weaver, who's in the Alien movies, William Hurt, who's in Avengers movies, but we don't watch those, or I don't watch those. Joaquin Phoenix from Walk the Line, Bryce Dallas Howard, she was in Black Mirror and The Mandalorian, and Adrian Brody, who was in The Pianist. They're also all in a lot of different movies, but those are kind of their highlights.
Maine.
for me. Yeah. So, what was the main character's name? Ivy?
Ivy.
Yeah, so she fell in love with Lucius, who is played by Joaquin Phoenix, right?
That's a name.
Yeah, that's his name.
What?
Yeah. So
who would name their kid Walking?
So what happened? What happened after they became betrothed, or they were going to get married? What happened?
Lucius got killed by Noah.
He didn't get killed.
He got stabbed
Multiple times.
Oh, I thought it was twice.
So Lucius was stabbed multiple times by who?
Noah.
Yep. Why do you think Noah...
Because he was jealous because Lucius and Ivy were going to get married.
That makes sense. Because Noah had kind of a special relationship with Ivy because she helped him out a lot.
Yeah, he laughs a lot of the time and it makes me kind of scared.
Right. So, Addie, what happened after Lucius got stabbed?
Ivy found him.
Uh-huh.
And, like, then she had red on her third, and then, like, before they found her, like, Noah was sad because he had the color red on his hands.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about Lucius. He was worried about red on his hands. And, like, it was so funny. She was like, the bad color. The bad color.
Right. She was pretty worried.
And
then what happened?
like, I don't know.
So Lucius needed medicine.
And
so what happened?
Ivy went in the woods to get medicine. And then Noah dressed up as one of the monsters who apparently has pig faces.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she thought she killed Noah, who was a monster. She didn't think that Noah was the monster, though. And, like,
he chased her in the woods, right?
Yeah, and then she dodged. And then, like, people found her. They gave her medicine for Lucius. And, like...
Hang on, let's back up a little bit. She dodged him, but then what happened?
He got killed.
How?
There was, like, a hole in front of her or something. And, like, he fell in and, like, something sharp pierced him through his torso or something.
Right.
And then he died.
And she didn't even know it was him.
No, she didn't.
Because she couldn't see him because she was blind, right?
Yeah.
And so she accidentally, I'm going to say accidentally because I think if she knew it was Noah, she wouldn't have tried to kill him. I mean, maybe she would have. Who knows? Because she was very mad at him. Remember, she was smacking him around after he stabbed Lucius.
No, she went in that. She was like... And then he fell to the ground crying.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
So then she found a wall and she climbed over it.
Somehow.
And then a car shows up. Did you guys expect to see cars in the other villages?
No. I thought it was just a regular freaking village, not a freaking town.
So she climbs over the wall, finds a nice guy that gets her medicine and stuff, right? And then we learn that they're living in what?
Town.
No. They're living in an animal preservatory that doesn't allow planes to pass over.
What's planes?
You know what planes are?
Oh.
Planes can't fly over it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they've been able to stay in the animal preservatory for so long, was because nobody can go in there or fly over it, for that matter.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys this kind of probably went over your head, but a little bit later, we see pictures of everybody, the elders' old lives. And do you remember that part, Theta? Do you want to talk about that? No? Okay. So you see pictures of their old lives, and you see all the elders standing in front of a counseling center because they've all had something tragic happen in their life. So they started this new village to get away from all the horrors of life and start a new way of life, which turns out to be pretty culty.
I don't like their new way of life. It's annoying. If I was in their new way of life, I would have just left.
What if you were born into it? You didn't know any better.
Still would have just left. Just up and left.
Just start walking out with the scary monsters that you think exist?
Yes.
I probably would have stayed there because I wouldn't have known any better. What do you think, Addie?
I would stay there. But, like, there was this guy in the tower in the woods, and he saw a monster coming. He rang a bell, and then, I don't know how to explain it. Went into houses, and Ivy, holded her hand out, waiting for Lucius to save her. And then Lucius came running in before the monster could grab her.
Here, I'll tell you this right now. Lucius was the one in the tower. He saw the red monster, a.k.a.
It wasn't Lucius.
Really?
It was his friend.
Oh, yeah, it was Lucius's friend. And then he rang the bell because he saw whoever it was in the village playing that monster or something. And then he saw him under the trapdoor, shut it, locked the trapdoor, and then rang the bell. And Lucius saw the creature with his skeleton hand. How did they get those hands on it? How did they make them? I have no clue. Anyways, Lucius was hiding behind the wall, and then as soon as that creature was gone, he ran to it. Who? Ivy, and then he grabbed her hand and led her under the trapdoor, or their safe place. I don't know. They have a random hole in their floors.
Yeah,
safe.
That was kind of in the middle of the movie. We were kind of jumping back and forth because we're a little scattered today, but that was actually a pretty cool scene.
Oh yeah, before that, my favorite scene was when Lucius rejected Ivy's little sister. It was so funny because it was like that where Ivy just was telling Lucius that she loves her, and then right after she does talking, it just cuts to a scene of her crying, just all happy and lovey, dead, crying.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? Because her sister, I can't remember her sister's name. Was it
Ivy?
It was Kitty.
Was
Kitty.
it Kitty?
Yeah, it was Kitty.
Okay. So Kitty confesses her love to Lucius, and he obviously rejected her because the next scene is her crying, right?
Yeah.
But then a couple scenes later, what happened?
Ivy and Lucius want to get married.
No, not that.
She married someone else.
Kitty was in love again.
Oh, yeah.
In a day.
Yeah.
And she was going to get married. So she kind of moves pretty fast.
For someone her age.
What did you guys... Do you think that the elders made the right choice of just building a new way of life for these people?
No.
It was... I don't know. I feel like they should have done something else.
They moved closer to the monsters.
Right, but the monsters weren't real.
Everyone thought they were.
They did. That's because the elders wanted them to think it was real.
So they wouldn't wander away from the village.
Right. I don't really think that they made the right choice. I feel like they could have moved to Utah or something.
Utah!
I don't know. Alaska. Gotten away from people, and started their own little thing.
Canada!
Without having to lie to all of the people that live there,
Yeah.
Things like that. They could have started a new way of life another way. The ending.
Ooh.
How did the ending go? So
Ending.
Ivy got the medicine and started heading back, and what?
Just she comes into the house.
Mm-hmm.
She comes into the house where Lucius was in bed, just lying there lifeless. Ivy comes in, held his hand, and then it just cuts to credits, and I'm like, what even happened?
Yep. That's a typical M. Night movie. He is famous for leaving you kind of hanging. His movies are weird. They've got weird twists.
Cliffhangers.
Yeah, they're great. I love his movies.
I don't.
A lot of
like
people
that.
don't.
It's annoying.
So, yeah. I personally, I love M. Night movies, but a lot of other people don't. What did you think, Vita, overall?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Did you like the kind of plot twists?
Yeah.
What about you, Addie?
I did not like it.
It's kind of a slow movie. You and Kaya seem pretty bored with it.
Yeah, I don't like those movies. I like slasher, thriller, something that you can jump out of your seat of. TV shows and movies.
Right. Well, and the point of doing this, too, is to get you guys introduced to new movies, right? Because we watch a lot of slasher and horror, kind of flicks. So, this movie was made in 2004. So, I remember watching this movie in the movie theaters when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm. And 4 years later, you had Theta.
Mm-hmm.
So, you were in your senior year, right?
Mm-mm.
No, because you were 20. So, how old are you? You're 34. 34. And how old's Theta? 14? Theta's 14.
I was a freshman or a sophomore when I watched this in the theater. So.
Oh my gosh. I did that wrong.
You're doing math on the podcast.
I know.
Nerd. All right. Favorite characters. Addie?
Mine?
No, you watched this.
Personally, was like Ivy, Noah, and Lucius.
All three of them? Yeah.
Because they were like the main characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you doing, Kai? Trying to math. Do you want to know how old I was when this movie came out?
Hang on, I'm trying to figure that out.
Vita, what was your favorite character?
Noah.
Noah?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He was funny, I guess.
You were 16.
15. Close.
Oh, yeah, because Theta's almost turning 15.
Or 13. I don't know. Somewhere
What?
around there.
13?
Maybe. But.
I mathed wrong.
Hold on. Why was he your favorite?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just like Noah the best?
Yeah.
What about you, Kai?
Man, I have too many. The creatures with the porcupines.
Mm-hmm.
The porcupines. The blue-eyed guy who said to Lucius, "Do not fret." Oh, by the way, fret means don't be scared, basically.
Mm-hmm. When did he say that and why?
He said that during when they were having a meeting or something.
Oh, right.
They were having a meeting, and I don't know why he said that.
Yeah, that was Ivy's dad that said that.
Yeah, that was Ivy's dad.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ivy's dad. He's another one of my favorite characters.
Really?
He was probably one of my top favorites.
I think he's my least favorite since he's a cult leader.
He was one of my top favorites because he was hilarious. He was funny.
He was funny.
He was funny. I thought he was funny. Also, I was drawing this weird creature. It's on the back of my paper here. I don't know what this is.
It looks like a demon kitty.
I don't know. I thought it was an Egyptian massacre person.
Kaya, what was your favorite part?
I already said that when Lucius rejected Kitty.
What was your least favorite part? Do you want me to come back to that?
Yeah.
What about you, Addie? What was your favorite part?
Favorite part when they found the dog, like, and he left.
Oh my god.
Addie, why?
Your favorite part was when the mutilated dog was on the ground.
Yeah.
All
Who
dead.
even killed the dog? He wasn't the creatures.
It was the elders.
They just skinned the dog?
Yeah.
They just skinned the dog.
Yeah, they're sick fucks,
Oh
man.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're messed up.
My least favorite part was probably when Lucius rejected Kitty.
I think that was my favorite part. I thought that was so funny.
It was hilarious. It was just like,
And like
I love you, Lucius.
my least favorite part was when she was like, I'm in love again and getting married. I was like, man,
How do you do
her
that?
dad needs to get her under control. She could probably marry every man in that village if she could.
I can't remember that one guy who helped Ivy with the medicine and stole medicine. He stole medicine.
The ranger guy? Jake.
Yeah.
I think his name was Jake.
It was not Jake. I will tell you that. It is not Jake.
Hmm.
Ivy was like, you have a sweet tone in your voice. I was not expecting that.
Right.
Or
Because she was
something.
pretty much told that all villagers are crazy. Everybody outside.
I like Ivy's accent.
She had an accent?
To me, she did.
Theta?
My favorite part was when her dad took her into the shed.
Oh, to show her the monster costumes?
Yeah.
That was a good part. Did you have a least favorite part?
No.
No?
I feel like I'm gonna get sick in this room.
You might. So we're going to cut
I
it
don't wanna
short.
get sick.
We're going to cut it short there. So, we will hopefully, we have some ideas for the podcast that we'll announce when we get them done. I've learned not to announce them before we do it because then I end up not doing it. We'll have another list with this podcast on what we're going to watch next. I'm pretty sure everybody's already picked out their movies, so we'll get them on the list.
I have 2 movies. Can I pick more than...
Nope, you can pick one and you can put the other one for the next time.
Okay.
So, and yeah, Addie?
And sadly, there was no last person again.
Yeah, there was no last person.
All right, well, you're going to have to pick a slasher flick in order to get that. Actually, I think, didn't somebody want to do Deep Blue Sea this time or
Me.
not? Okay, that's one where you can have a last girl.
When Addie was on the she was on Netflix last night and she was looking through somebody's list. I think it was yours because she was on your account for watching Stranger Things. And she was looking through your list and she's like, Kaya, come here. There's like 3 more Jaws movies instead of the first one, and I'm like, I am literally gonna murder Mom for not telling me about this.
There's pretty much sequels to every horror movie ever made. I also found have you guys heard of that movie Cocaine Bear?
No. But yes.
Okay, well
yes, it was.
hold on. They also have Cocaine Sharks.
What?
I know, it's gonna be so bad, but so good.
I know.
So
I saw the trailer for Cocaine Bears and I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong? Who made this movie?
Guess it's based on a true story, but the movie is like way off base for what actually happened. So
It was so fun.
yeah. So I think that's it. Who wants to say goodbye?
Goodbye. This was Bacon Feed. I hope you had fun. Bye. I don't know what that was. Don't ask me.